What up and welcome to Rama Screen YouTube channel, and here's my review of Netflix new miniseries, The Life You Wanted. Let's rock this. So this show comes all the way from Italia, and it's basically a generic soap opera, and trust me, I've watched it, and it is as soapy as it gets. Betrayals, grudges, resentments, affairs, who's your baby daddy, who's your baby mommy, and they would puff their chests out in confrontations with a lot of dun dun dun. So this show is very much the epitome of Italian telenovela, but the thing that separates it from the rest in its genre is that the lead protagonist is a trans woman who, let's just say, she pushes some boundaries in terms of what trans women can now display on the screen. And here she embodies a storyline that used to belong to characters of a more traditional gender. Which is why the words on the thumbnail image of this review are interesting, but ... because hey, I'm a liberal. Whatever makes you happy, you do you, boo. So I'm not triggered by this whole concept. But all the while watching these episodes, I was thinking, yeah, I'm not sure the rest of the world are ready for what actress Vittoria Scisciano unveils on The Life You Wanted, even in the year 2024. What I view as unique and somewhat brave, others would view it as an abomination. I judge this show based on its own merit. My critique of it is substantive. But a lot of uptight snowflake transphobics out there would go out of their way to hate this show just because of Vittoria, because they can't stand the idea of people freely living their own truth. And so they're not even gonna give this show a chance, and that's the very definition of judging the book by its cover. I mean, you really do need to have an open mind and not be easily offended while watching The Life You Wanted. Otherwise, this is absolutely not your cup of tea. Created and written by Ivan Cotroneo and directed by Ivan Cotroneo, in The Life You Wanted, Gloria believes that she has found happiness in Lecce, where she founded a small travel agency and fell in love with Ernesto. But one day her life is turned upside down by the arrival of Marina, a friend from her university days in Naples before Gloria began her transition path. Marina brings along Andrea and Ariana, her children, from two different partners, and is pregnant with a third, whose father is Pietro, a young man with a passionate and perhaps even dangerous temper. Gloria would prefer not to reconnect with Marina, since she reminds her of a part of her life she would like to forget. However, Marina hides many secrets, and soon Sergio, Ariana's father, will also arrive on the scene, a resolute man who immediately proves to be very wary of Gloria. For her, the time has arrived to come to terms with the life she wanted, her past and her future, to discover that happiness sometimes comes in unexpected forms and that love is the only force capable of making life worth living. Starring Vittoria Scisciano as Gloria, Giuseppe Zino as Sergio, Pina Turco as Marina, Alessio Lapice as Pietro, and Nicolas Bello as Andrea. Hey, please click the join button below to become Rama Screen members. By doing so, you will help support this channel, and you'll also get lots of perks. So click on the link below to join Rama Screen membership today. In terms of the story, and to my point earlier, if you are not a fan of soap operas in general, then odds are you are not gonna like The Life You Wanted. Because once it is revealed that somebody had secretly fathered a love child, I was like, oh, here we go. Hold on to your butts. I mean, that is what catapults the rest of the deep-seated tension going around. Because whatever piece that Gloria has found suddenly goes out the window the minute that Marina steps into her front door. The English dubbing voice is really bad, so I highly recommend you go watch this show in its original Italian language with subtitles on. And the one thing that bugs me is the same thing that bugs me about all soap operas, in that the overreactions are too over the top. I'm like, chill, man. Take a breath, will ya? Take a beat. Some of the supporting performances are also wooden and rigid, but that is par for the course. It comes with the territory. I mean, expecting otherwise will be like expecting the sky to turn green. But credit where credit is due, this show is not trying to become something that it's not. It's not trying to pretend to be something else. It probably even knows that it might ruffle some feathers, but it doesn't seem to care too much about it. Because as I implied earlier, their target audiences are open-minded liberals who can soak in and digest such a story because in their minds, hey, it's a free society, so there's nothing to it. A trans woman going nude and sleeping with a man and fathering a child, well, that's not a big deal at all. It's just Tuesday. And Vittoria gives a daring and confident performance. She is a walking, talking personal mission statement. And the whole time I was cheering for Gloria to hopefully dispel all the storm that's brewing around her because her friend Marina is such a fuck up who can't get her shit together. So yeah, overall I give The Life You Wanted the rating of 3.5 out of 5. Some of the episodes were boring, and some of the episodes got me hooked, so it's a bit of a mixed bag. And you know what? Maybe the show doesn't purposely intend to, but the fact that it pisses off a bunch of right-wingers kinda puts a smile on my face.